Um, good. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I am not gonna be in here long. I actually have the MPM call that I'm gonna do here in a second. But I figured, yes, been trying to hold myself accountable. I've been trying to hold y'all as accountable as well too. And so I wanted to get on live, answer any questions to see if there was any moms who had any questions. But I wanted to do something and I need to start getting back to doing. How the hell do I do this? Okay, y'all only got like 5 minutes. So let me try to hurry up. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope y'all good. I hope the week is going well, y'all. I hope y'all are y'all getting y'all Thanksgiving plans together? Child, cause talking about Thanksgiving plans, I was gonna get on here and just answer any questions. This is your first time seeing me. My name is Sierra Johnny. I'm a wife, mom of two. And I am the creator and founder of the Mompreneur Method, girl, a system that I built for the mamas. Okay. I built this system for the mamas because girl, there's really no other way to say it. Like once I cracked the code into figuring out that you can make passive income literally doing the things that you have to get done. I said, maybe every mama has to know that. God put it on my heart to sorry y'all, to go on this mission and help moms, because seriously, like, because I know what it's like to be living paycheck to paycheck. I know what it's like, just trying to create it, make something happen for your family, right? And just nothing ever works out. I've been through that frustration, so nobody get it more than me. But again, once I cracked that code, I was like, yeah, I gotta put the mamas on. They got everybody needs to know about this. So it's like, you know, I be feeling like damn, I'm screaming from the top of the how they say it, from the top of the mountain, y'all. As I try to pull this up, let me see. So I try to get on here every day to see, just to educate my audience to see, because it to this day, y'all, it trips me out when I talk to different people pretty much every day. And it's like people be living under a rock and just have no idea that, you could be making passive income from your phone and literally not being a beginner. And honestly, being a mom, that's why, I think it's so important just to share, because like nobody understands like how we understand. Nobody problem solves like how we problem solve, girl. And that is the whole, honestly, the heart of what digital marketing is: solving people's problems. And who can't do that better than a mom? Okay, so that's why I put together my system. I wanted to get on here and kind of show y'all, because I've recently added a lot of updates. It's just something that honestly, when I launched my community back Mother's Day of this year, like baby, I was just doing what God told me to do. And I'm so glad that I did, because so many moms have already reaped, the benefits of it. At first I thought that this was just going to be a mentorship community, because I just didn't want to be like any other, course or community out there. I really wanted to create like a real vibe, a real like, oh my God, like this is my home girl. I'm not learning, but I'm learning, and I'm also getting paid at the same time. So that's really kind of how the mompreneur method was born. And essentially, I, just like everything, just like motherhood, right? Like I didn't know what I was doing when I first started mentoring people and coaching people, but I just let God really just lead me. And I'm like, okay, God, like I'm a few steps ahead of them. So maybe I can help or whatever like that. But when I started, and this is so crazy, and this is why I love this journey so much. And inside of the community, I really go in depth, in detail. But like, you don't be knowing like your true potential, sometimes. And kind of like being a mom, a lot of moms are so afraid, and they think that this whole digital marketing thing is a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. And it's like, where do we get this thinking from? Where did we get this? Oh my God, there's no way that I could ever make $1,000. Oh my God, there's no way I could ever make 5K. Well, why not, when people are doing it? And yet you sit and watch people every single day create their dream life in front of you. Baby, they're not better than you. And when I finally kind of had that aha moment, I was like, man, I struggle with confidence. I struggle with self-esteem issues. I struggle with abandonment issues, baby. I struggle, baby, everything. And I'm like, if I can overcome this and start thinking highly and change my mindset, baby, surely anybody can, and that's again kind of like, with all that being said, and honestly, again, the fear of me not really knowing what I was doing. Oh my God, I didn't move these modules around. the fear of me not knowing what I was doing when I was helping people, I was just like, well, the route that I took when I started my Done For You digital marketing journey, y'all, if y'all don't know what I mean when I say Done For You digital marketing, long story short, last year, I was praying for a solution, to really get my husband and I, just in a better place financially. We weren't in the worst situation, but my husband was killing himself. He was working two full-time jobs to try to support us. And baby, it had me feeling like a single mom. I don't know if any of y'all ever have been through that or whatever. Like, honey, my husband was on nights literally for 11 years, and I ain't signed up for that shit. Let me just say that I ain't signed up for that. So I was just determined. I was tired, and I honestly was like, I had an attitude. Do y'all ever be having an attitude when y'all be seeing motherfuckers like, oh, I just made 40K? Like, not there's this thing. It's not called bad, like, jealousy or whatever. It's completely normal, the human race to feel that way. But like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, okay, well, what am I doing? Why am I not doing? Why I ain't here? You know what I mean? Not even, oh, she doesn't deserve that life. More so just like, why, if she can do it, why can't I? And when COVID hit, that's really where I kind of was like, I mean, a 9 to 5 is cool. Corporate shit is cool. I mean, yeah, that's what they raised us up to do or whatever like that. But if I can have some motherfucking freedom, like, that's possible. And I thought for a long period of time that was going to be YouTube for me, just strictly YouTube vlogging or whatever like that. And I tried for so many years, but nobody watched my shit. Nobody watched my shit because I didn't know anything about problem solving. I didn't know anything about, you have to have this certain type of like content strategy in order to be successful online. Hey y'all, welcome in on TikTok. So I was just kind of winging it. Anything that I seen anybody doing, baby, I'ma try it. Anything I seen somebody go viral, baby, I'ma try it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And nothing ever fucking worked. And then when I finally kind of touched money for the first time outside of a 9 to 5, it was doing UGC. And I thought it was just, baby, I thought I was doing something. I was like, baby, I just made $50. What do you mean? Brands is hitting me up, playing me. At the time, I didn't know they was playing me, but playing me to do all this goddamn work for some free product. Baby, I thought I was a superstar. And, again, this is why it's so important to really, like, when you go through things, it's never a loss or anything like that. It's a lesson learned, and when I got in, and it's so funny because UGC, and this is why I always thank God for like everything, because all of that stuff was preparing me for where I am at now, being a community creator and everything like that. But when I did UGC, it was like every single time, like, and we do this, moms especially, we have this thing about, not asking for more or feeling bad about asking for more. And it's like, where the hell did that come from? Why do you feel that way? And I was just like, man, like, if I could just make an extra $300 with UGC, like, I would be grateful or whatever. And that's exactly what I got, $300. I could have easily said, damn, I wish I could make an extra $10,000, whatever, but I felt like I wasn't worthy of that. I felt like that wasn't possible for me, that there's no way that could happen. I don't have a whole bunch of followers. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. Like, and we do that. Yet we sit back and watch content every single day of regular people just like us create their dream life right in front of us. But why doesn't something doesn't, register in our mind that could happen for us? So it wasn't until I kind of, again, fast forward to last year, 2024, I had heard this whole thing about this whole digital marketing thing. Motherfuckers was putting together courses, and you can learn from the course, but you can turn around and resell it as your own. I was like, there's no way. That doesn't make sense. Why would anybody want to do that? I'm not about to work hard because I take pride in the shit that I do. I'll be damned if I'm about to put something together and somebody's just going to be able to say it's theirs. So when I first heard of master resale rights, and that's how I got started, I was like, yeah, there's no way. And then I didn't see anybody that looked like me. I didn't see no black girls. I ain't see no black mamas. I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing. All I seen was a whole bunch of white girls. Whole bunch of white girls. Oh my God, my G-Wagon, my matcha, or whatever like that, creating that type of content. And they were making like 30K, 40K, 50K. And so I'm like, yeah, here we go again. It's kind of that little thing. Because when I was in UGC, it was kind of the same thing. Like, oh, the white creators get paid more than the black creators. Like, that's really what it was. And so I was like, yeah, these motherfuckers is lying. So I see more people talking about like PDFs and stuff like that. So I tried to put together, and I know a lot of people do this, and this is so funny when I mentor people, it's like we always have this conversation. I meet so many people where they're like, well, I know how to create my own digital product. I've created my own digital product before, but nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it. I feel you. I went through the exact same thing. I too seen the trend of, going through ChatGPT, but like, taking your knowledge and putting it inside a PDF and, sell it for $27, $37. And, people was becoming millionaires. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna over deliver. I'm gonna put all this information inside here, and I know it's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna give people brand emails, all of that, right? Maybe worked so hard. It literally took me months to work on my PDF to show you how to get started with UGC with literally 0 followers, girl, and got out on the scene. Didn't even really have a promotion or a launch or anything like that. I literally just popped up on the scene and was like, "Hey, buy my product," and nobody bought my product. And so I was like, "So these motherfuckers out here is lying." They talking about they making all this money from $27 products. I downloaded their $27 products. There's not shit in there, which made me go out my way to put all this information inside of this product, but nobody's buying it. Why is that? And so here now, I'm having this moment thinking like, damn, something's wrong with me. Like, woe is me. Why ain't my shit selling? Like, what the hell? Is it because I'm black? Like, that's how I honestly felt. But it was because I didn't know anything about marketing, because I didn't know about storytelling, because I didn't know how to launch anything. I'd never heard of that. Like when I had bought different courses and stuff back in the day off of YouTube, they would show you how to, come up with the skill and be able to create things, but they never, talked about mindset. They never talked about, again, pre-launch and post-launch and any kind of strategy or anything like that. That was like left up to you to figure it out. Like that. It wasn't until I got started with a course called Digital Wealth Academy that literally my life completely changed. I got into it hoping to make an extra $1,000 a month. Fast forward in my journey, consistently made 10K months plus since I've been reselling the program for over 17 months. And it taught me everything that I know to this day about branding, about marketing, about sales psychology. And once I learned those skills and acquired those skills, y'all, like it literally set me up to never be broke another day in my life. So that I could, to this day, I'd be like, that's what inspired me to create my community, because I'm like, wow, I'm an over deliverer. I'm a person that loves to solve problems, right? And when I started recording myself of just filming everyday things that I was doing that I had to get done anyway, that every mom has to get done anyway, it turned into making $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And I'm like, this is the shit that I would do anyway, vacuuming. And then I just set up my phone and me filming myself. I was gonna do that anyway. Me dropping my kids off at the park, doing something like that, going to Sky Zone, I was gonna do that anyway. But I filmed myself, post a 3 7-second video, put an entertaining hook or a educational hook on the screen. That's what stops people in their scroll. And I plug a product that solves their problem. And that allows me to make anywhere from $400 to $3,000 a day on average. And here I was when I started mentoring people. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's a little fluke. Maybe I'm special. You know what I'm saying? Maybe everybody ain't special like me. Okay. But again, I didn't know what I was doing at first. I just knew that, hey, I was a few steps ahead of the people that I was mentoring. But then everything that I was telling them, everything that I would tell them to post, the direction of doing it, the way, kind of branded themselves, they would take off and they would get sales, and they would, be texting me and calling me. Oh my God, Sierra, I just made my first $1,000. Oh my God, Sierra, I just made my first $5,000. So I'm like, okay. And, and I say all that to say that, here is something that I didn't even realize that I had that potential. And for a lot of y'all, it's the same case. You sit back and watch so many people on this internet every single day change their lives. And you're like, oh, I wish I could, I would never, like, but why not? But why can't it be you? A lot of people will spend their last on, a temporary happiness, a meal. Baby, oh, I'm gonna go get some Penn Station. This your last, $20, $30. Why not use that same money to invest in yourself so you would never have to worry about spending your last, because you have overflow constantly coming in. Once I had that conversation with myself and I was like, you know what, I can make, and at the time I was still shooting low. I was like, you know what, I can make $1,000. When I first heard about the program, and I was like, wow, you can sell a done for you digital product that somebody already created. What if if it's 42,000 people doing it, why can't I do it? And for a lot of y'all need to realize that and have that moment. You sit back and watch all these people. I don't care if it's an influencer or just a regular creator like myself, that there's no reason with the opportunities that we have, the resources that we have in our generation, for you to be broke, like point blank period. Maybe you have access to free ChatGPT, you have access to Canva, it's free. You could be coming up with creating a digital product that solves a problem. And that's not hard to do, because again, we have, y'all, back in my generation, we had Ask Jeeves, okay? And Ask Jeeves used to be something, okay? It was something. Yahoo too. Yahoo used to come through every once in a while. Google, I feel like, wasn't popping in. But the fact that you literally can build $1 million business literally like 8 minutes, 10 minutes on your phone is insane. So there's no excuse for you to say, oh, I don't have this, or I wish I had that, or I wish I could do those type of things. You can. Like, it's this is the time that has been easier than ever. And I say all that to say, this is why I personally recommend, rather you're someone who's like, oh, I've been wanting to get into real estate, or oh, I've been wanting to get into credit repair, or oh, I've been wanting to get insurance. I'm telling you now, with any of those businesses, you need to learn marketing and you need to learn branding. You need to learn how to gain attention online, which is not hard to do, and use that to make money in your business. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's so funny. Like, when I pulled my son out of school, it just makes me always think about, like, in school, how they don't tell us, or baby, high school, we the whole high school years they should be teaching us about investing. They ain't teach us shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you got to get out here and learn and educate yourself if you want to set yourself up for success. Just y'all, literally less than a year ago, my financial situation was a whole 180. You know what I mean? But I just said, you know what, I'm be damned if I'm gonna keep watching people. What the hell? They not better than me. So what I gotta do? What I gotta learn? And when I learned that, I'm like, wow, it really was just an eye opener of, it's really not that hard to do. Being broke is a choice, because there's too many things out here that you can do. So I say all that to say, if you want to get started exactly the same way I did, I highly recommend that you invest in yourself. Start with a Done For You digital marketing course that's already working for thousands of other people. I took that route and I literally made my first 6 figures in 9 months. And after that, it literally was like a trickle effect. I feel like, I made my second 6 figures in 5 months, and it's just been on an up and up. And with all those skills that I acquired inside of that program, because, after a point, I was like, well, shit, if I can make 6 figures from selling somebody else's shit, I need to put my own, spin on it. So that's what motivated me to create my own community, the Mompreneur Method. And I wanted to create something completely different, something that I obviously never had seen, and really take all of my style of training and coaching with all the different students that I've had, students that have hit, 5K, 10K. I've had a student that has made over $600,000. I put it inside that program, but I structured it for a mom. I made it podcast style learning, so you're not glued to your computer, so you can listen to it on the go. And so you can, what I'm saying, be able to still live your life, not be stuck. Because I know what that's like, trying to, just be in that beginning point of, this is a new side hustle. I'm trying to stick with it, but I got to take care of the family. I'm not really seeing no revenue just yet, but I really want to stick with it, right? So I was like, how can I make this training straight to the point, give you the things that you need to learn? So inside of my community, I have over 25 plus modules in there, but the focus is really just all things branding, content creation, and marketing. I don't really like to get too much into the other side hustles. I do have print on demand in there and like AI in there, but just because I think they kind of go hand in hand together. But I'm telling you, if you focus on one skill, not only can that one skill make you a 6-figure earner, but possibly a 7-figure earner. Because some of my favorite, biggest motivational speakers always say that, master one thing first. A lot of these programs out here, no shade, like I said, I've learned from a lot, from DWA, one particular, but a lot of them, where I've seen so many people that weren't successful, because I'm all for the people at the bottom, okay, because I was once there. But, a lot of people will struggle with, trying to do so many things at once. And that's what would be holding them back, instead of just learning brand and learning marketing, learning sales psychology. If you learn those things and master them, y'all, I would promise you, you can sell motherfucking slime to a slug. You can sell motherfucking ice to a goddamn polar bear, like, for real. And I always recommend people to start that way. If you have your own ebook, your own digital product, that's great. But if you don't have a large following right now, or like just like a cult following, it's gonna take some time. So why not get your feet wet, get your training wheels in with a Done For You digital product that people are already, is highly sought after. Not saying that your own product isn't valuable, but get something that's already working for others. Because so many people, and I tell all of my students this, they all, struggle with the fact of like, just, can I really make money online? Can I really make money online? So it's this beginning phase that you go through, right? But when you get started with a Done For You digital marketing course, it's already been proven. This ain't got to be the first time, it's being sold. Multiple people are selling it. It's already working. People actually want this product. And, when I realized that, I was like, damn, like, that's why this shit went crazy. And it helps you psychologically, because it's like, again, oh, damn, this product has already sold. I can sell it too versus, oh, I created my product from scratch. It's kind of scary sometimes, you know, when you're trying to launch your own thing. So, but anyways, I offer both programs. I think they're both amazing. Like obviously, if you're not a mom, the mompreneur method probably wouldn't be for you. But either way, they're both amazing. You get me as your coach. I give you my personal line when you do get started with me. But I'm telling y'all, this is the perfect time to go into a new year, you know, ahead of the game for once, right? Not, you know, struggling with the bills from 2025 or whatever like that. Like go in and actually ahead. Like, you know, when I got started, I literally made my first sale in 5 days. I have students that are literally getting sales the first week when they actually lock in. You know what I mean? So it all starts with your mind. It all starts with how you think and feeling that you're worthy. If you don't feel that way, then it will never happen for you. But if you decide just to be a little crazy, a little delusional, you know, despite your circumstances, your life can completely change literally overnight. And no way I'm saying this is get rich quick scheme by any means. It does require work. It does require you showing up, being consistent, and believing in your motherfucking self. But why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? And again, so if you guys want to get started, you can just click these TikTok words. You can just, y'all know where to click. Okay, click that up there. It'll take you to my website, and payment plans are available. So y'all literally have no excuse. Again, you get me as your coach, you get my business line, and I also will help you set up your website. And you know, I like to meet with people, you know, here weekly, just to kind of, you know, check in on you, make sure you're good. So, but yeah, if y'all interested, you can click the link in my bio, or on YouTube, just go into the description of this video. But if you are a mama, I wanted to do something special. I'm about to get on our Tuesday call. So every Tuesday inside of the Mompreneur Method, I hop on a Q&A call and I answer all the questions. So on top of you getting a done for you digital marketing system, girl, I literally help you through and walk you through the process every week. And then on Saturdays, I have Sell It Mama Saturdays, where I literally help you in particularly sell the course. We focus on all sales strategy in regards to actually getting you sales with MPM. So both communities are amazing. You definitely can grow, elevate, and make a whole bunch of money. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, y'all know what to do. Click the link in the bio. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Don't be scared, y'all. Knowledge is motherfucking power, and power, okay, can get you to the money. Okay. But all right, y'all. Like I said, I gotta hop on our weekly call. If y'all enjoyed this live, like the live for me on YouTube. Definitely leave me a comment. Leave me some questions, and also leave me some video suggestions, y'all. It's been a while. I'm trying to get back into my YouTube bag. I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see y'all later tomorrow. Okay. YouTube, be sure to leave me some video suggestions. I have been doing polls on the community posts, but I gotta get back on my stuff because I really want to get back to filming. I've been pouring my heart and my soul into MPM, baby. I want to make sure my mama's had everything they need. But I'm about to go on vacation and we about to get back into this bag. For real, for real. But all right, y'all. I'm about to hop on this call and I will see y'all later. But oh, I was saying, and I'm just gonna do this on YouTube. If you see this live, I'm gonna leave MPM up. I'm gonna, if you use the code method. I meant to do it while I was in the live, but I forgot y'all. But you can grab MPM right now. Normally it's $397, and that includes mentorship from me. But I will take $100 off. I'm gonna leave it up until midnight. So if you're interested, girl, go ahead and grab it now. Again, you're gonna get me. You can hop in this call, and then also, like I said, use code method to get $100 off. Just go to my website, type in method, and you can get $100 off. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up to midnight. I'm gonna set a timer so I won't forget. But all right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.